Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are at. I hope you're doing well and you are safe and sound. It's been this very interesting time here in Northern California. It was hot yesterday, but it's not so hot today, but it's crazy smoky. It's like this pink, I got this amazing light that's out there right now. But so anyway, want to wish best wishes and sending love and support to everyone who's dealing with much harsher conditions than I am in terms of the heat, in terms of the smoke, fires, whatever it is. Want to send love out your way. Today, I want to talk about systems and purpose because the fact is that your ability to make the most of your purpose, your ability to live it. One of the reasons why it seems so scary to actually make the most of your purpose is because our ability to make the most of our purpose is based in large part on the systems that we have in our lives. And if you are like most people, myself included, we all have far more experience being who we think we should be rather than who we actually are. So what that means is that the systems that we have built and adopted and accepted, because not all systems we actually build. Some of those we're born into, and we have accepted them, we have tolerated them, we have used them maybe to our benefit in ways that we're not proud of. But those are systems that we're built into. But no matter what, all of those systems are based on who we are. And if we think, if we don't really know who we are, if we don't have a lot of experience being who we are, then it's hard to build systems that will further and promote our purpose. So what there is to do is to figure out who you are, figure out what you're about, where you want to go, and create systems that really work and empower that. And so what do I mean by systems? Systems can be everything from your personal systems, maybe how you manage your fitness and your finances, how you plan your vacations, to your business systems, how you handle email, how you do video lives like I'm doing here, how you manage your hiring of people, how you manage the way that you deliver and develop your programs or your products. Those are all systems. And then there's the cultural systems. There's the political system, the economic system, education. There are systemic issues like sexism and racism. All of those things impact our ability to experience and share our purpose. And when you can start to think of yourself as part of a system, then you can start to it does two things. One, it takes the pressure off of you. I saw this really great, I'll have to find it. I don't have it right now. I saw this really great diagram of, it was basically like, the person in the middle, and you can imagine there was like there's 10 or 12 or 13 different systems, and they were all impacting this person, the person. And you can see it was like economic and political and environment and socioeconomics and justice and all sorts of different things were all impacting this one, who you are. And you realize that one, that we're all being impacted by far more systems than we realize. And two, that some of those systems impact different people at different times in different ways. So it's just way more complicated. But what you start to realize, and this was really freeing for me, is that when you realize that we're all being impacted by these systems, then they're not, all the stuff isn't us. I know there's this idea that, yes, we have great, we got to take responsibility. We got to be ourselves. It's all about who we are. And the fact is that we were born into a system that has its own limiting beliefs, has its own thoughts. And when we take on those limiting beliefs, which is so easy to do because we're all born into the system, without acknowledging the fact that those aren't our beliefs, those are someone else's, it puts a ton of extra weight on us. It just puts extra weight. So rather than trying to think that we are responsible for all the negative thoughts that go on in our head, why not ask this simple question? What are the limiting beliefs, the negative thoughts that are your own? Because we all have our own. And if you're watching this and give me a little shout out, like, yes, I have my own limiting beliefs. We can acknowledge that. Mine are, no one likes me and it doesn't matter what I do. Those are the ones that run through my head all the time. And then there's the ones that are your cultural limiting beliefs. The ones that are adopted into, it's too big. Racism is too big to take on. Environmental issues are too big to take on. You could even look at the cultural limiting beliefs. You maybe get hired into a company. And how many times have you done this? You get hired into a company and you're thinking, yay, like, oh, we can do this, this, and this. And then you go in and everyone's like, well, no, you can't do this because we've already tried. We've already done all this stuff. And you're thinking, well, if you've done all this stuff, well, why is this still a problem? And that's because of the cultural limiting beliefs. And of course, over time, you start to adopt those as well. You're like, oh, we can't do anything about it. And that problem sticks around. So these are all systemic issues. And the idea here is that you have a purpose, and your ability to experience and share that purpose is based in large part on the systems that you have in your life. And what I love to do, what I try to do for myself, what I want to help you do is create systems that feed your purpose, that move you forward so that you can be more of you. So how we do this, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to look at building systems, is think about where you want to go. Obviously, you're going to need a different system if you're building a business for a solo entrepreneur versus you want to grow a business that has hundreds and thousands of employees. You're going to need different systems. Okay? So where do you want to go? Then, how do you plan to get there? What are the steps that you see to take to help you get to where you want to go? Because the more that you know about those steps, the more you're going to be able to build the systems that you have in place. And then, since we're always talking about purpose, who are you and what are you about? If you're going to build a system that supports you and what you're about, you need to know who you are and what you are about. Not complicated. And then ultimately, how can you be more of you? How can you be more of whatever it is that you say that you are and what you're about? So you have, where you are, where you want to go and how you're going to get there. You have who you are and how to be more of that. When you identify those four things, the next question, of course, is what systems do you need that will help you bridge that gap between where you are and where you want to go? One of the systems I put in place was actually I use this thing called StreamYard. Works really well. I wanted a nice, easy way that I can broadcast simply to Facebook, LinkedIn, a bunch of different places, and StreamYard is doing a very good job of that. That is a system that I have in place. So the question is, what system do you have in place that you want to move forward? And this is how it works everywhere. Anything that you want to accomplish, where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? Who are you? What are you about? And what system do you have that will help you move closer to where you want to be? This is all part of what I call the purpose ladder. It's something I'm really going to start talking about a lot, but it's 5 easy steps, not necessarily easy, 5 steps that will allow you to have more of what you love in your life and less of what you don't. And in those 5 steps, figuring out where you want to go, how you're going to get there, who are you and what are you about, and how do you be more of that, and then what systems do you put in place that you can make that happen? You do that, you're going to have more of what you love and less of what you don't. If you want that, if you're like, hey, that sounds cool, find me on any of the, LinkedIn, Yahoo, or not Yahoo, sorry, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want. Let me know and let's talk. Because I promise you have something amazing off the world. I'd love to be able to help you out with that. So that's it. Have a wonderful day. Go have fun exploring the systems in your life, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.